All right, squad. It's the day I've been trying to push off for weeks, all right? Coach Josh, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Today's the day where I gotta relearn how to do double out, all right? I gotta get good at double out before I get back to campus because I'm not waiting longer than like a couple weeks until I start actually knocking this dive down in the water on 3 meter. I feel like once I am super confident in that takeoff and twist position, I'm gonna be able to nail the dive really well because my full out's pretty good. And I feel like if I can just add the twist, it'll be fine. I just need to do a lot more in the pit so that way it's like secondhand nature. I can just do it anytime I want and then it'll be fine from there. So I'm gonna start doing this. You're gonna see how I warm up for it. I'm gonna do some knee drop full twists, and then I'll do some front double pikes into the pit, front full outs, and then eventually front double outs. For today, for right now, I'm gonna take it nice and slow and just do full out stuff. So knee drop, full twist, front double pikes into the pit, and then full outs into the pit onto my feet. And then eventually, whether it's today or tomorrow, add that second twist to it. But I wanna get it done either today or tomorrow. That way for the rest of this week and the rest of next week, I can just keep repping those out and then get pretty confident with it by the time I go back to campus. So we'll see how all that goes. And yeah, it should go fun.
So I started with some front layouts out of these front knee drops. Then I did some full twists. These first couple full twists that I did were pretty low because it was the first time I'd done these twisting actions in a while. But they got better as they went. The one thing I noticed though was I was kind of twisting off axis, which was driving me a little bit insane.
Chat, I actually don't know why I'm twisting really crooked. But I don't know. Comment down below if you know. Ask Coach Josh.
I tried to delay these more and they definitely went up to a better spot. However, you can see in these frames that I am still twisting a bit off axis, a bit crooked, but they're not terrible. I like that last one.
All right, after further review, I think I have the solution. I think I have to wait to get into the twist longer. We'll see.
These are definitely getting higher and twisting a little bit faster. I like the spot that it's going up to.
All right, I got absolutely no idea now, but now my knees hurt, so I'm gonna move on to front double pikes.
So you can see two frames here. One's the side view, one's the front view. These first few front double pikes were really bad. Coach Josh can attest that these are not my strong suit. I always try to do it more like a competition double. But as they were progressing, they snapped out at a better spot and were in a more laid out position. Yeah, that last one was pretty good. I definitely squared my hands out to a T and snapped a little bit better. Better than normal for me. That's my first full out of the day. And these full outs started to spin up a little bit higher, a little bit tighter, and a little bit faster. And I like them all pretty good, especially this last one.
All right, guys, that last full out looked pretty good. Trampoline just pushes me really far out or really close in, depending on the takeoff. But the last two were pretty good, which means it's a skill issue. So I'll get better at that. But I'm glad I hit some of these today. That way, when I do the double out tomorrow, it'll be better. If I don't do it today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to go learn how to do a full twist and a double twist because I don't do just like a regular full twisting 1.5. I only do full out. I haven't done just regular twisting dives in the forward direction in a really long time. So I'm gonna try to go relearn that a little bit and see how it goes.
Here was the first day of my full twists and double full twists, and they were pretty good overall. I'm just still getting used to twisting to my feet, so this last one's pretty clean though. Alrighty, it's day 2. And yesterday I did a lot more training than I thought I was gonna do. So after I ate my lunch, I went out and did some dry land. The gymnasts were in here, so I couldn't film much. But I trained until about 6:30, so that put my grand total at just over 7 hours of diving yesterday. I did 2.5 hours or so in the water, like actual dives, and then the rest was spent at dry land and probably a 30-minute break for lunch. But yeah, that was a really long day of diving. Today I didn't even start till 12, and there was like really bad weather or something because the electrical went out and our clocks are all wrong, and I should probably reset those soon. But yesterday I did some twists on the trampoline and into the pit, and today I'm just gonna do those again for a quick warm-up. If the clips from yesterday aren't good, then I'll refilm them. But if they're good, I'll just use the clips from yesterday. And then I'll get into some real things. So let's see how it goes. Front twisters today. All right, I got my instant replay camera set up across from you guys. So that's the camera I'm gonna try to like study off of for right now. But anyway, I'm gonna start with some front layouts, getting that nice heel drive whip out of it. And then I'm gonna add a twist. And I'm gonna add another twist. So let's see how it goes. Guys, I don't know why I was scared to do double twists at all, like ever. These are actually, full twists are way too easy. So I'm gonna do 2 more and then wrap it up because it ain't that hard. All right, the position I wanna feel on these to make it look really nice is a nice straight body position with my hand around my chest area and my other hand above my head. And I wanna feel super tight the whole time. And that is not what I'm feeling right now. Double twist. All right, it's time to go over to that trampoline and do the double pikes with the snap after that first flip, trying to keep that second flip pretty straight. So we'll see how that goes. For these front double pikes, they're definitely snapping out a little bit better than the first day I did, especially from the start. Like that was a much better one compared to the previous day. Same thing with that, I didn't heel drive. I hate front double pikes, so I'm gonna do full out now. 1 twist. These are the full outs, and they're definitely coming in a little closer and a little higher, and they seem to be pretty tight twists. Not the perfect full out drills. All right, now's the moment that I've been putting off for a long time. Time to do the double out into the pit. This should be fun. And if I can get this super consistent, really nice, then doing it on 3 meters should be literally light work. Because to be honest, I like the ride of the diving board way better. And this is flush with the trampoline. So on 3 meter, it should be way easy to just pike it down and then. So yeah, let's knock it out. Now it was time for the double outs. These were pretty good, honestly, for today. So I forgot to film the first one. That was actually my second one that you just saw. And what I've noticed is my twist is way better when I pick a spot after that initial pike out as my anchor point. So like I'm looking at that brown pit block there. So the second that I come out of that pike, I stop for just a second, take a look at that pit block, and then wrap for my double twist. I'm kind of separating the skill out because the first one I did, I kind of just like rushed and buried my chin a little bit into the twist, and I got pretty lost. I still made it somehow, but I had no idea where I was. But that one, I definitely knew where I was. I just came out, looked at that pit block, found that as my anchor point, double twisted out of it, and found my feet pretty well. Or at least I hope I did. Now I'm gonna do another one and see if my theory is correct. And now time for this final double out. That one was definitely my favorite one of the day. All right, my theory is correct. And I've also noticed it depends on where I snap out at. If I snap out slightly later than normal, I usually get lost. If I snap out earlier than normal, I find it even easier. So I'm just gonna do it again, try to bring it up, closer, and all overall way tighter, because that was still really loose. I forgot about this last one because my camera died. Now it's time to do my own workout in the water. This was the next day, and I didn't get to hit the dryland gym beforehand just because of time constraints, but I warmed up with some front 1.5s and some front 2.5 tucks because the only goal for this practice was to get 107C off. I haven't done this dive in a couple months, and it was definitely a rough first day of them, but overall they weren't too terrible. This is some front double tucks, front 2.5s that I did, and they were all pretty okay. They were pretty low, a little bit far out, and a little bit sloppy for my liking, but they were fine enough to just try it. Oh, this was the reverse dive that he wanted help with learning, and he did a great job on his first couple tries, so congratulations. Hard dive to learn. And then here's my other front 2.5 tuck. This is the last one of the set that I did, and it was time for front 3.5. This was the first one in a couple months, and yeah, you can tell. I stomped the board, went low and out. This one's a little bit higher. The hurdles were all pretty decent on these, but I came out really early since I went long on the last one. And that's kind of how it oscillated back and forth between short and long for the rest of the practice. That one goes long again, this one goes short again. And I didn't really have the confidence to just rock with it and get it on vertical. This was definitely the best one that I did though, this last one. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is our final week of training. After this video gets posted, there'll be one more video posted before I head back to campus. And it's going to be a fun week. I'm going to try to do all of my ops on 1 meter, all of my lead ups on 3 meter, and then a whole day of vols leading into that training week return at Notre Dame, because we usually just do vols that last week. So you'll see it all. You'll see where I'm at on 1 meter as a strong baseline, and hopefully we can use this as a baseline for the first couple weeks of training, and we'll see how it compares to at the end of this school year. So yeah, let's see how it goes.